afternoon, hello, and welcome to the OMNI Coalition News Show, aka TOCNS. This show is an amalgam of strange, weird, bizarre, off-the-wall, and otherwise things you don't normally see anymore from most news sources these days. During a time of political overabundance and divisiveness, we present you with more unifying topics to discuss, for the most part. For links to those articles, the music done by Carrera, and anything else potentially interesting, check the underbar of the description below. Anyway, I am Xander, and today I am joined by...
Protoblob.
And in the live... Go ahead.
And Noah. And Noah!
Yeah, no, I was going to introduce you in the live studio audience because you said you were munching. But,
I am eating lunch. I will stay mostly quiet.
Are you eating delicious crab meat?
It's chicken.
Tuna, chicken of the sea. Anyway, today is Moonsday, also known as Monday, December 12th, 2022. So let's jump into the news today, shall we? From Rebel News, we have U.S. federal court shuts down Biden mandate to force Catholic hospitals to perform transgender surgeries. So this was a mandate by our presidency administration to force Catholic hospitals to perform transgender surgeries, which is incredibly illegal. So let's see here. A federal court has shut down a Biden administration mandate that would have violated the religious rights of several Catholic organizations by forcing them to perform or pay for transgender surgeries. On Friday, the 8th Circuit U.S. Court of Appeals affirmed the decision by a North Dakota lower court to grant permanent injunctive relief to block the Biden administration's mandate because it's quote, intrusion upon the Catholic plaintiffs, end quote, or plaintiffs' exercise of religion is sufficient to show irreparable harm, end quote. As detailed by the National Review, the decision reflects a previous Texas case in August where the 5th Circuit Court permanently blocked the Biden administration's effort to force doctors affiliated with Christian medical associations to provide gender-affirming care to individuals who identify as transgender. The plaintiffs in the Texas case against the Biden administration included the Christian medical associations representing thousands of doctors. Quote, we now have two different federal court of appeals saying the Biden administration is permanently blocked from forcing religious doctors in hospitals, end quote, to perform transgender surgeries in violation of their conscience, and Luke Goodrich, attorney with the Beckett Fund, who represents the plaintiffs. So essentially, like our government was trying to force a religious medical field into doing things against its beliefs, which is, that's against everything. That's not just against, our articles, of independence and whatnot, but that's against, humanity right there. So, but that's not surprising coming from, these people. But yeah, what say you guys?
I think that a lot of money went into making that happen, but not a lot of thought went into making it happen because there's just no way that's going to fly with the U.S. Constitution anyway.
Well, these people blow their nose with the Constitution all the time, so...
With dollars.
U.S.
dollars.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would like to read from a law text from 1791 to you.
All right.
Which is called the First Amendment.
Oh, yes!
Congress shall make no law respecting an establishment of religion or prohibiting the free exercise thereof.
Bingo.
Yeah, they can't force someone to change their sexual, their sex.
Bingo. Well, no, it's not that they're forcing them to change their gender or whatever, but they're trying to force Christian medical, facilities like hospitals. They're trying to force them to do these gender reassignment surgeries and everything, which goes against their, religious beliefs. And, not to mention,
It's kind of forcing someone to do...
Exactly.
What you shouldn't have to, yeah.
Exactly. Anyway, let's move on up here. More from Rebel News. Sam Bankman-Fried said he's too busy to show up in person to the House Financial Services Committee hearing. What?
This is the guy that we were talking about the other week. The guy that flew off to Argentina, or he tried to.
So is this the same thing? Like
SBF. This is S. Sam B. Bankman. Yeah, that's him.
Yeah. Well, let's see here. It says here, Sam Bankman-Fried does not intend to testify in person when he is called to Congress to answer questions about the collapse of his crypto empire, FTX. Oh, this thing. Okay. Speaking on the Twitter...
He'll be arrested. He'll be arrested if he shows up in person.
Yeah, that's why he's hiding like a coward. It continues on. Speaking on a Twitter space on Monday, Bankman-Fried said that he is quite overbooked and will be attending the hearing remotely. Yeah, sure. Lawmakers at the House Financial Services Committee are preparing to summon Bankman-Fried on Tuesday over the collapse of his crypto company, which saw tens of billions of dollars wiped out. Oh my God.
I wonder how the IRS feels about this person.
Huh?
The IRS? Yeah.
If the IRS cared, they would have already had him in custody by now.
Yeah, but if can they be paid off? I don't know if they're kind of about money.
Yeah, well, they are the money. So
that's internal revenue. Yeah.
Yep. Service. It says, speaking to quote unusual whales end quote on a Twitter space, Bankman-Fried confirmed that he will be showing up, but only remotely from his home in the Bahamas. Pressed on whether his refusal to appear in person in Washington, D.C. was due to his fear of being arrested, Bankman-Fried said he was concerned about paparazzi. Well, you hit the nail on the head right there, Noah. Like, he's being a coward and hiding in the Bahamas. Like,
I don't think I will be arrested, in quotes.
Yes.
He said.
Yeah. He also added that he would be open to appearing before the Senate Banking Committee on Wednesday to answer questions about his company's implosion. And for further reading on this article, please refer to the link in the underbar of the description. Give this website the foot traffic. They put in the work. I'm just reading this for you guys.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that Bankman-Fried's going to be on the news in the future and the TV, like the TV news.
I hope he gets arrested because he's screwed over so many people. Like Tom Brady of all people is wrapped up in this lawsuit.
Yeah, but the thing is, he actually stole $1 billion of users' own money, like the money they put on the system. He stole $1 billion. He moved money that he shouldn't have moved.
That's ridiculous. So
yeah, so he should not be he should not be out of prison or jail or whatever.
Justice needs to come swift and hard to this guy in ways I can't express on air. So yeah. Anyway.
The more he talks, the more he gets himself into trouble.
Yep. But that sounds like me. Anyway, more from Rebel News. House of Commons clerk accused of sleeping on the job and political bias retires after 5 years. Good. So, it says here, Charles Robert will resign from his role as clerk at the House of Commons on January 13th, 2023. Robert announced his decision on Wednesday to members of Parliament who are part of the Board of Internal Economy.
Is this in the UK?
Yes.
Is this in the UK?
Yes.
Okay.
Saying he would retire and that, quote, though it has not been without its challenges, serving as their clerk has been an honor and privilege, end quote. Another quote, I am most proud of being part of such a remarkable team, end quote, he also added. In 2021, the Conservative Party of Canada asked for a parliamentary committee to look into the claims of political bias known at Robert. He was accused of feeding information to the Liberal caucus, which, if true, would have given them an advantage against the opposition. So that explains, a lot of things, recently, as far as the whole Trudeau thing going on. But apparently this guy's he's been falling asleep and has political bias. So, yeah, good thing he's leaving. Only after 5 years, so, at least it's better than 10.
That's called lobbying in some parts of the United States, or all parts, actually.
Yeah.
Political bias is just lobbying.
I mean not necessarily. Yeah. Lobbying is political bias.
It leads to it.
Well, yes, it does. Lobbying is when money gets involved. So.
Yeah. So he is sleeping on the job and has political bias. So he is like every other politician. Just he got caught on it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, obviously he's not fully committed to his work because not only is he screwing over his own party for the benefit of the opposition, but he's asleep on the job. This guy sucks. So
Charles Robert.
Yep. Well, let's just be happy he's leaving. Even though I'm not in the UK, I can at least appreciate that for them. Anyway, more.
It's Canada.
Yeah. Oh, that was Canada. Oh, yeah, that's right. It was Canada. Sorry, not the UK. It was Canada.
I remember you said Canada instead of saying Canada. I was like, what?
Yeah. Okay, that's right. I get them confused. They both have the same terminology and whatnot. House of Commons Parliament and all that stuff. So. But anyway, more from Rebel News. A bombshell here. 5th installment of Twitter Files reveals how Trump was banned despite no violation of Twitter's terms of service. Booyah! Right there. Pow to the kisser.
I don't think a lot of people are going to report that same headline.
I don't think a lot of people. I don't think a lot of people are really going to be surprised by that headline. So
I mean, how is that revealed? We knew it since
Yeah.
Well, see, the thing is that it wasn't on documentation, so, people had their theories, they had their beliefs and everything, but until something is actually on file, on paper, put in some kind of catalog, then it's not official. So, this is when it finally becomes official. So, on Monday, journalist Bari Weiss released the 5th Twitter Files drop, which details the social media platform's ban on former President Donald J. Trump. The 5th installment of the ongoing drops revealed how staffers inside Twitter pushed for the former president to be banned following last year's riot at the U.S. Capitol, despite the company finding no policy violations of the president's tweets. The drop details how the company skirted its own rules on government officials, citing several instances where leaders of other countries made direct calls for violence against groups within and outside of their countries with no lasting repercussions on Twitter, aside from having their tweets deleted. Trump was banned on January 8, 2021, just 2 days after a mob of rioters stormed the Capitol building and interrupted the certification of Joe Biden's 2020 victory at the election. There was no victory. That was stolen. But anyway, according to Weiss, Trump tweeted on the morning of January 8th once to praise his almost 75 million voters to write, they will not be disrespectful, or they will not be disrespected or treated unfairly in any way, shape, or form, end quote. In a subsequent tweet, Trump wrote that he would not be attending Biden's inauguration on January 20th. So for further reading on this, this is nothing surprising, nothing new to us. We already knew this. But as I said, it is now officiated. There is now documented evidence proving, what we already knew to be true. So
I think there is a term for a group of people that try to silence the president.
Wouldn't that be treason?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yep. For what?
Yeah. So I hope to God all the Twitter executives, the former ones at least, that got fired, I hope they all get tried for treason and all that stuff, because they did do treasonous acts. So, and Facebook as well and all that stuff, Amazon.
Yeah.
Who would try?
Google.
You don't have any, any organization that would investigate against them.
Yep. Anyway, we're going to move on more from Rebel News. Printful suspends services for gays against groomers over transphobia. So,
wait, what is Printful?
I'm going to explain it.
Okay.
It's an anti-gay organization.
No, it's not. Printful, a service that provides on-demand printing for online T-shirt storefronts, has terminated its service with the anti-grooming activist group Gays Against Groomers. In a public statement, Printful claimed that the conservative organization shares misinformation that goes against the company's values of respect and inclusion. Oh, really? So how could you sit there, how can an organization sit there and say that they value respect and inclusion when they're pushing for people to not be who they are physically?
Well, they're not including them. They're not including them.
Yeah. It says here...
They are...
Go ahead.
Yeah, so they are banning gays. That's being against gays, in my opinion.
No. Not inclusive, like the opposite.
Well, no. It continues on here. Posting on Twitter, Printful wrote that on December 7th, the company suspended Gays Against Groomers from using its services. So these are people against, MAPs, against groomers, against all these, against all these,
basically.
MAPs, and who have infiltrated the Alphabet Mafia and is now utilizing that to push their own agenda. So, now, everything, they're having a whole bunch of infighting and schisms and everything, because now, there was a thing a while ago where one of the alphabets was getting annoyed at the other alphabet because something to do with with trans people being homophobic or something. I
think that's the TERFs. Those I think it means trans exclusive radical feminists or something like that.
Yeah. Anyway, before we start going off on our own little theories and whatnot, I'm going to continue on reading this article real quick. It continues on, quote, on the surface, this organization claims to protect children from abuse. However, after taking a closer look at their platform, we found the content they share is homophobic, transphobic misinformation that harms the Alphabet Mafia communities, end quote. Gays Against Groomers argues that so-called gender-affirming transgender surgeries for minors are dangerous to the health of children who undergo the procedures, which include puberty blockers and the removal of breasts. So yes, essentially they are against putting the knife to our children and changing who they are physically, and abusing them mentally. And in doing that, this company, Printful, is dropping them as a client. So Printful is...
I noticed...
Printful is pro-human mutilation, pro-child mutilation, it sounds like.
I noticed you were saying alphabet instead of the letters there.
Yeah, because they're the Alphabet Mafia,
I was thinking of Alphabet like the company that owns Google.
No. Remember that one joke Dave Chappelle did a while ago? He's like, we have the BLM and the Antifa and the LGBTQ, the Alphabet people. That's what he called them, the Alphabet people. Ooh, okay. So, because they're a bunch of letters, they're an alphabet,
Okay.
Yeah. So.
She, her, they, them, whatever.
Anyway, let's move on up.
We suspended the gays because we don't want homophobia on our platform.
That makes no sense.
I know, right? Like, that's why I'm saying the Alphabet Mafia, they're eating themselves up, because inevitably one's going to find something wrong with the other, and then there's going to be a whole bunch of infighting, and then they're just going to melt. So very much like how BLM was happening with them.
Why can't we just be individuals like we used to be?
Why can't we just all be humans on this earth? Like, who cares what you do? Who cares who you are? You're a human. You're on this earth. We're all on this planet together. We're all taking a bite of the big shit sandwich. Just hold my hand and bite with me, okay? Come on.
Like Reddit says, remember the human.
Yeah.
Reddit says, bro.
Yeah. Anyway, from Oddity Central, the home field hum, a mystery sound that has been plaguing English Village for years. This sounds like a lot like the mystery booms and whatnot. I'm sure that you're aware of that, Noah. But it says here, for several years now, residents of Homefield, a village in Yorkshire, England, have been affected by a mysterious hum, the source of which has yet to be discovered. Not everyone can hear it, but those who do claim to have had their lives severely impacted. The Homefield hum, as a mysterious low-frequency sound plaguing the English village of Homefield has come to be known, has been making news headlines in the European country for at least a couple of years. But so far, no one has been able to discover its source. Local authorities reportedly carried out an investigation and it also hired an independent consultant to get to the bottom of the mystery, but their efforts have so far been in vain. Homefield residents who can hear the mysterious hum describe it as the whirring of a washing machine or an idling diesel engine. It doesn't sound like the most annoying sound in the world, but it takes a toll on a person's mental health and general well-being after a while. It interferes with their sleep and their mood, and to some, they claim to be on the edge of a nervous breakdown because of it. Oh. Wow.
It's just a hum?
Yeah. Like,
sounds like a psyop.
Maybe. Like,
across this part of West,
I'm trying to see.
You need to be inside the
to get louder and louder.
Trying to see if it shows the hum.
Homefield is
it's a sonic weapon plot twist.
Maybe it's like a base, like an underground base, or
like underneath the pavement, yeah.
Or maybe it could be the sound made by CERN, traveling through the ground.
Where is this? This isn't nearby Switzerland, is it?
No, it was somewhere in England. So.
Okay, but that's in Switzerland and French Alps, CERN. French and
yeah. Well, I mean, things can travel through the ground, for a while before coming. I don't know. I'm no geologist or something.
I know that they said they found something amazing recently, but I don't know what it is. I'll probably have to pull that up in the next show. On Saturday, Sunday, whatever.
That'd be cool. Yeah. Which we gotta it'll probably be next year, as in January before we start our ufology paranormal science show thing. All right. So.
Yeah, but I think those hums, they were reported also in many cities. Or not only there, so...
That is true. So there's a lot more to it than that. And as I said before that, the mysterious booms, we all know about that. That's been going on all over the world. Like Jericho's trumpets, as one person called it, stuff like that. Anyway, more from Audio Central here. Students invent an invisibility cloak that makes people invisible to AI security cameras. Here we go.
Oh, I've seen the cloak thing. That's cool. I've seen it.
Yeah, it says here a team of graduate students at China's Wuhan University recently unveiled an innovative invisibility cloak that circumvents AI-powered security cameras. China is one of the world's most heavily surveilled countries, which, by the way, they have 2 cameras for every citizen there. So they have 2 billion cameras in China. With AI-powered cameras being used for everything from monitoring employees' toilet habits to students' attention in classrooms. But as advanced as these surveillance systems may be, they are not perfect. A group of Chinese graduate students recently showcased an intriguing invention that they claim to essentially be an invisibility cloak against surveillance cameras powered by artificial intelligence. So
all I know is that the way those things work is when you put them in front of you, it moves the light from a different direction to where it's sitting. So it's like a waveguide, but like it redirects the light so you don't see anything. Or it appears that you don't see anything.
It's light displacement.
It's hard to notice, yeah, but it's just hard to notice you because, yes, light displacement.
Well, let's see here what it says. It says, called Invisi-Defense, the rather regular-looking camouflage coat can allegedly allow anyone wearing it to get past AI-powered surveillance cameras without being spotted. The customized
Okay, yeah. I was going to say there is another invisibility cloak I've seen. I don't know if it's from China, but it was like the military. I think it might have been the Navy.
All right.
It had it. Yeah, I can find it I'll let you talk for a minute, I'll find it.
The customized camo prints fool the cameras during the daytime, and embedded thermal devices that emit different temperatures throw off the surveillance cameras' infrared thermal imaging sensors at night. Quote, we spent a lot of energy preparing for this, including the product's design and development, in quote, Wai Huai, the computer science graduate student who designed the code's core algorithm, told Vice World News. Another quote, we had to use an algorithm to design at least conspicuous image that would render camera vision ineffective, end quote. So yeah, so as you were saying, it's light differential, tricking the light particles.
There's the one from the United States military in the Mikeless channel.
Alright.
And that's the one that I was talking about that did that also.
Yeah, I remember hearing about that, nanotechnology and all that stuff.
Yeah, so they're just redirecting the way the light bends or curves.
Essentially, yes.
It's path.
Yeah, but this is nothing new. I mean, one of the James Bond movies from a while ago, there's this scene where they were standing in an
elevator right behind them, or in front of them. They walk up to the desk and he never notices.
Yeah, but this kind of camouflage, it doesn't seem to fool any human. It fools the AI in the camera, but like the cloak itself is hard. It's easy to notice. Hey, there's something standing there, but it's like
yeah. Well, it's just tricking the AI from actually making a this is like Shy P or whatever, from face recognition.
I mean, it's not like you can go out in combat and public combat in a war zone and wear this thing. You could probably snipe while wearing it, I guess.
Oh yeah. Well, no, this is this is nothing like what you were talking about. This is specifically for cameras. This is light confusion to confuse artificial intelligent cameras. The other thing you're talking about, an actual invisibility cloak, is, as I was saying before you interrupted me, that one scene from one of the 007 movies. They were in that tunnel underground, and Q was like, "Oh, James, this is your new car," and it's just an empty platform. And he's like, I think you've gone mad. And then he's walking behind the empty platform, and his legs get all weird, and you realize it's a cloaking device for the car. What it's doing.
I don't think the one I watched was a 007 movie, but I remember there was a movie and they had this cloaking technology that refracted the light, so they placed it in front of a building.
What I'm saying is this is nothing new. As far as, in pop culture, this has been around for at least, 40, 50 years.
Harry Potter.
Well, Harry Potter is just a green screen. He literally just takes a green screen and hides in it. That's one of the easiest things you can do in the movie universe right now, movie making.
Yeah, it worked. It worked real well in the movie.
It
did.
Anyway, let's move on up here. More from Oddity Central. Man gets arrested after calling police 2,000 times in 9 days to harass and assault them. Wow.
Is that actually what he did? I need to read this.
I'm going to read this here. An elderly Japanese man was recently arrested after calling a police precinct 2,060 times in 9 days to yell at the staff there and call them tax thieves and big stupid a-holes. Between September 30th and October 8th, the 67-year-old man from Saitama Prefecture called the prefectural police headquarters a total of 2,060 times to yell at the staff and tell them that they should all be fired. That's an average of one call for every 6 minutes and took a total talk time of around 27 hours over a 9-day interval.
He called... It was Saitama Prefecture that he called the police?
Yeah. Saitama. Yeah, that's right. Saitama Prefecture. Yeah.
So this guy was harassing the police until he was trying. I think he was trying to get arrested.
I don't know what you would do otherwise for that goal, but it says here, eventually police raided the man's house and arrested him on the ground of obstructing police business. He admitted to the charges and said, quote, "I knew the police would come to me, for me someday," end quote. Well, yeah, you called and harassed them.
He's just testing them at that point. But yeah, don't call the police on a regular basis, folks.
Yeah, no, really dumb. Really dumb.
He should have.
And especially if that regular basis is every 6 minutes, go on, Turtle Lab.
Yeah.
Yeah, he should have. Yeah, he should have gotten some good video game that would have been 27 hours spent better.
Yeah, dude, this guy should have gotten God of War Ragnarok or something.
I was gonna say you could beat Ragnarok in that amount of time. That's what I was gonna say.
Yeah.
We have a lot of Ragnarok memes in our Discord.
All right, let's move on up here. More from Oddity Central. Woman is going blind after tattooing her eyes blue and purple.
That was smart. That was really smart.
Really stupid.
Wait,
it says here.
Go down. I want to see the picture.
We'll see the picture here in a second. I'm going to read this article first. A 32-year-old woman in Belfast, Ireland, is apparently going blind after tattooing her eyeballs blue and purple, despite the warning of her 7-year-old daughter. So even a child is more smart, is more intelligent than this idiot.
Not even 13 yet. Not even a teenager.
No, 7 years old. It's like, bro, what are you doing? You're going to put a needle in your eye? What do you think is going to happen, you idiot? You know?
That reminds me of a certain Dead Space meme somewhere.
Oh, God, yeah, the needle thing, yeah. Like,
it can needle in my... Yeah.
I mean, like, this is not the first time I've heard about people tattooing their eyes and going blind. Like, it goes on here to say...
How is this more than once?
Well, like, you know, several years ago, I remember seeing a meme about, like, some lady who tattooed her eye black or something, and then she went blind. It's like, you put a needle with ink in your eye. What do you think is going to happen? Seriously. Anyway,
it's like you're those people, those doctors shouldn't be allowed to perform surgeries like that. They're not supposed to.
These aren't surgeries. These are tattoos. You know.
Well, whatever the fuck. It's not okay to tattoo your eyes.
I know.
Indigo or something.
Hey, you know, at the end of the day, you got to make a buck one way or another. If somebody wants to blind themselves, you know, it's their eyes, not yours. So. You know?
Or you could just not complain about going blind once you blinded yourself.
Yeah. Anyway, it goes on here to say, Anyana Peterson, a young law student and fan of body modification influencer Amber Luke, who famously went blind for 3 weeks after tattooing the white of her eyeballs a bright blue, is slowly going blind after following in the footsteps of her idol. So this is the same person I was talking about. The same person.
Okay, I've never heard about this.
Yeah, no, I remember. She tattooed her eyes blue, and then she went blind, and then so she's following in her footsteps, and now she's going, bro, how stupid do you have to be? How stupid do you have to be? You know?
Evidently, it's very, very stupid.
I mean, she's the mother of 5. Oh, great, so she's also a mother of 5. Okay, well...
Okay, so she just lost her parenting privileges.
Bro, like, she's so dumb, she doesn't even know how to close her legs.
Probably
the mother of 5 was apparently in awe of Luke's unique look and decided to have her own eyeballs tattooed in 2020, despite the warning of her 7-year-old daughter, who asked her what would happen if she went blind. So
this girl is now 9, has 4 siblings, and all of them have lost a mother.
Well, they still have a mother, but look, she has
not for long. Not for long.
Yeah, well,
wow, that is.
She has a split tongue, piercings everywhere, what appears to be a motherboard inside her forehead, and now her eyes are tattooed.
She's assimilated with the universe. She's become one with the machine, and
oh god, she's a Borg! Kill her! No.
Yeah, like Doctor Who reference. Oh yeah.
No, Borg is from Star Trek.
No, but Cybermen. Same
Yeah, well,
shit.
Cybermen is different.
Yeah.
So, her 7-year-old daughter is more educated than her.
Also, can you focus on one of those pupils? Like her whole pupil.
Yeah,
it's like an inch. It's like no, the left one especially. It's really big. And there's something around it.
Well, yeah, it's faded. Well, no, that's the.
Well, she destroyed her irises because and her eyes are letting in too much light. So now she's like going blind in every way possible.
Well,
or is
if she's that stupid, let her be stupid. So
aren't your irises the part that focus the cones and rods? That's what gives your eyes a color.
I think. I don't know. Like, I'm not an eye doctor, so
the pupils let the light in so you can see. But if you let too much in, you will go blind.
That is true.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Anyway, let's move on up here. More from Oddity Central. Meet Thor 24, possibly the craziest truck ever built. Yes, it is.
Oh, let's see.
Oh.
Yeah. See a picture real quick.
It says here, Thor 24 is a unique big rig often referred to as the most powerful big rig ever built because of its horsepower rating, 3,974 horsepower. Holy shit. Reached through a 24-cylinder engine with 12 superchargers. Oh my god.
I want to see. It looks like a train in the photo I can see on the right.
Yeah, we'll see it here in a second. Let me finish reading here.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the God of Thunder in truck form? Me neither, but builder Mike Hurrah definitely could, and the result is nothing short of insane. The 44-foot-long big rig is powered by two 852 cubic inch V12 diesel engines and 12 superchargers and require 4 drag parachutes to deploy out of the rear bumper to stop when it reaches its peak speed of 130 miles per hour, 209 kilometers per hour. It apparently took Hurrah 7 years and thousands of hours to build and cost over $7 million. So, wow.
Yeah, it's a freight train basically.
That's a big truck.
Choo choo. Little things coming out the sides. Oh, it's got them on the top too. It looks like I thought it was like a Gatling gun or something. Look at that thing, not there.
Yeah. Oh no, these are engines.
Yeah.
No, that's just like
I can see that.
But look at the size of that gas tank, bro. Like, it's like 4 gas tanks in one. Huh.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a damn. It's just a train. Basically, it's a train.
It essentially is, but hey, that's not as fast as the fastest tractor in the world, which got up to like 150.3 or something miles per hour, or 153.8.
What about the fastest lawnmower? Oh my god, I'm just making up stuff now.
I don't know, but that might actually be a thing. But anyway, let's move on up here from UPI, better known as UPI. Woman dons 19 underpants in 30 seconds to break world record. Oh, well, what a great change of pace. Women putting on clothes for once. How about that? A U.S. woman living in Ireland...
19...
What?
She put on 19 pairs at the same time?
Yes.
So where did they all go? On her head? I'm confused. Okay.
Well, where do you put underwear on, you numbnut?
If I wasn't making a dirty joke, you wouldn't have noticed. Wait, what?
Anyway, a U.S. woman living in Ireland broke a Guinness World Record by pulling on 19 pairs of underpants in 30 seconds. Rachel Smith, who moved to Dublin earlier this year, said she decided to take on the record for most underpants pulled on in 30 seconds because it reminded her of making costume quick changes while performing in theater productions. Yeah, that's right. They have to really be quick with that.
Yeah.
Quote, when looking for a record attempt to break, this one stood out to me. I think this record is a great combination of speed and strategy and matches my skill set well, end quote, Schmidt told Guinness World Records. Schmidt was able to don 19 pairs of panties in the allotted time, beating the record of 17, which was set by Toshiaki Katsuga in Japan prior.
At least she didn't die of asphyxiation. Like someone... people put on a lot of shirts. You can put on a lot of shirts at once.
Oh, yeah.
If you put on too many, you'll fall over.
Yeah. And then you can't breathe. All that fabric is crushing down on you.
That's what I'm saying. Your lungs. Yeah, your lungs, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, well, so, good.
Oh, I want to watch the TikTok. Kidding, the video.
Anyway, more from UPI. Scuba divers near miss with a boat caught on camera. Now, I don't like this term near miss because that implies they nearly missed. No, it's supposed to be a near hit. They almost got hit.
Yeah. Oh my god, you're right. Dude, there was one time I was on a snorkeling boat in Cabo, and we bumped into another snorkeling boat just before we took off. Really took off. So they're like at the dock. So we went off, and then right before it bumped, I moved my hand out of the way, like it was around the edge of the boat. So I could have had my hand cleaved off if I was like in another universe. I probably did, but
well, it probably wouldn't have. It probably wouldn't have cut your hand off, but it would have probably crushed something.
It would have broken my fingers. And I remember it was my right hand, but I stuck it over the edge of the boat. I had it there for like an hour before we took off. So then they start to move, and I almost don't move my hand out of the way. It literally could have broken my fingers.
Well, let's be happy that you didn't have your fingers there to get broken. You know?
Yeah.
Anyway, it goes on here. A scuba diver in Hawaii captured video of his intense close call with a speeding boat that nearly ran him over. Christopher Lastra, at the age of 30, said she was spearfishing off Magic Island and returned to the surface to find herself directly in the path of an oncoming boat approaching at a high speed. Lastra was able to move out of the way and avoid injury, with only his flipper being damaged by the vessel's propeller. Hold on a second. Lastra, her? He. Okay, so Christopher Lastra, okay, it is a guy, okay. He admitted that the close call was his own fault, as he was diving without a buoy or flag to mark his location. Alright, yeah, you gotta do that. Quote, I should have had a buoy out there. I knew the law and I just decided not to bring it, end quote. Lastra told Hawaii News Story. So, from now on, if you're out in the ocean diving, put a buoy there. It could save your life. So, let's see the video here. Here we go.
All new tonight is Astra was spearfishing off Magic Island Thursday morning when within seconds he moved out of the way of a speeding boat.
Holy crap, dude.
Yeah, holy shit.
Sliced up by the boat's propeller.
Wow, he was right under it too.
So
that could have taken his head off.
Oh, easily. Very fast.
Yeah.
Well. Anyway, more from Oopie. Rattlesnake found in ball dispenser at Arizona driving range. Not good. Says here, an Arizona reptile wrangler was summoned to a golf driving range to remove a rattlesnake that had found its way into a ball dispenser. The snake relocation team posted a video to YouTube showing what happened when the snake wrangler named Marisa Mackey was summoned to the Topgolf location in Scottsdale. The video shows Mackey being directed by Topgolf employees to a ball dispenser machine where a loud rattling sound could be heard. The reptile wrangler was able to use her tongs to safely ensnare the western diamondback rattlesnake and place it into a bucket for safe relocation to a less inhabited area. Quote, I've actually gotten a rattlesnake at the same time, at the same Topgolf before, and coworkers of mine have removed some as well. It is surrounded by desert, so you are in their habitat, end quote. Mackey told the Tribune newspaper. Quote, another quote here, I wouldn't say it's an unusual place to find one, end quote. So apparently...
This reminds me of the time that I lived on a golf course in La Quinta in SoCal. I'm in SoCal, so. But a king snake came down from the mountains, and my dad trapped it in a shoebox until it slithered out and went away.
Huh.
King snake, yeah.
So, like, he released it, or it found its way out by itself?
We put it in the shoebox and left it, like, half open, and then it, like, slithered away. We kept the door shut for a while. The glass sliding doors to the backyard. We lived on a golf course. We were on the 18th hole in that house.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Did you ever get golf balls, like, break your windows or anything like that?
We had really strong windows in that house, but we did get the occasional golf ball hitting us in the window, to like this big giant window that went out from the kitchen. So it was like the kitchen family room area, and it did hit the golf for the best.
Could you imagine though going to a driving range and getting a ball? There's a rattlesnake there. It's like, yo, what the hell? And apparently that's a normal occurrence for that one.
Yeah, I had a similar, like I said with the king snake. It's not a rattle, doesn't have a rattle, but it's essentially the same kind of snake almost.
Yeah. Well, it's venomous.
It wasn't a cobra. It wasn't a king cobra. It was a king snake.
But it's a venomous snake. That's what you're saying.
Yeah.
Oh.
It was mildly venomous compared to most other snakes, but we let it slither back on its way up into the mountains. Basically.
Anyway, Blob was going to say something.
Yeah.
I said it's good that they removed it because I'm pretty sure it is not allowed under the golf rules to use a rattlesnake instead of a golf ball.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure that's frowned upon. So, yeah. Anyway,
I went down the golf. Go on.
More from actually here going into NPR here. Santas gather by the thousands to drink and be merry at SantaCon, New York City. I had no idea there's a SantaCon. So,
I had no idea.
So apparently they're.
Where is Black Santa?
Black Santa?
Right there, I think. Wait, no, I don't see one. Oh, there's one in the back of the hoodie. Why isn't he wearing a Santa's cap?
I'm not going to say anything. Anyway, people are bringing red hats, coats, and room for plenty of beer on Saturday at the annual SantaCon celebration returns in New York City. And this happened last Saturday, actually. The holiday-themed pub crawl emerged after Santa Claus-dressed attendees first gathered in a kind of performance art in the 1990s and began frequenting bars in the early 2000s. It is now a full-scale operation with organizers, drink specials, and a charity drive. So it's a whole event.
We need to have the tavern crawl.
No, like a tavern crawl, as in, like, you go to one bar, you have a beer, you go to another bar, you have another beer. Like, if you've ever seen... if you've ever seen the movie This Is the End, no, not that one. The World's End. That's the movie. The World's End. That's a pub crawl. So, a pub crawl, a tavern crawl, a bar crawl, they're all the same. So this started off as like, people dressed as Santa, doing a bar crawl, and now it's an actual whole thing. And that's really cool, So
yeah.
I gotta attend this one day. But anyway.
Oh, okay, nice.
Yep. Let's move on up here. More from AP News. Pricey pants from 1857 go for $114,000. Raise Levi's questions.
Levi, yeah, I was gonna say it's Levi.
Pulled from a sunken trunk. Sorry?
No, like, they look stained and disgusting and old.
Well, yeah, because they're old. This is
an auction? This was an auction?
Yes, if you let me read, you'll understand. Pulled from a sunken trunk at an 1857 shipwreck off the coast of North Carolina, work pants that auction officials describe as the oldest known pair of jeans in the world have sold for $114,000. The white heavy-duty miner's pants with a 5-button fly were among 270 Gold Rush era artifacts that sold for a total of nearly $1 million in Reno last weekend, according to Hollibard Western American Collections. There is disagreement about whether the pricey pants have any ties to the father of modern-day blue jeans, Levi Strauss, as they predate by 16 years the first pair officially manufactured by San Francisco-based Levi Strauss & Company in 1873. Some say historical evidence suggests these are linked to Strauss, who was a wealthy wholesaler of dry goods at the time, and the pants could be a very early version of what would become the iconic jeans. So this is interesting. This is we have a historical debate here starting because this predates blue jeans, these pants, and this brings up the question: were these the prototype to what we know and love today? What have gone down in history as the working man's pants,
Are they denim?
I don't think so. I think this is before denim. But, yeah. I'm gonna read this one quote here. The pants are not Levi's, nor do I believe they are miners' work pants, end quote. She wrote to an email in the Associated Press. Tracy Pennick, the company's historian and archive director, she says any claims about their origin are speculation. So we have this is a major historical event right here transpiring right before our eyes. So
for the history show.
yeah. Anyway,
if you give me $114,000, I get you 10 pairs of fresh pants.
Huh.
How many months could you rent out in an apartment? You could buy the apartment building actually for that much.
Not in California.
Well, no, but like you could a cheap one.
Not in California.
Well, yeah, but still, someone else could.
For $100,000.
114. Well, maybe like you could rent it. You could rent it. How many months would that last renting it anyway?
Probably a year.
Probably yes. You could spend that much money in a year, or you could spend it on a pair of pants.
I'd rather spend it on a pair of pants, to be honest.
You would?
That's a major historical artifact. Hell yeah, I would buy those.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm also sending something in Mike list we can talk about at the end.
I see.
It's about the FTX SBF thing.
All right. Well, we've already spoken about that.
Yeah. So that's another thing for another update, maybe next week or something, I guess.
Well, why are you following Nancy Pelosi's stock tracker?
Oh, that wasn't me. Someone posted that in a group. And someone posted that in that's actually Nancy Pelosi's tracker.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
Anyway, let's move on up here. More from AP News. California girl licensed to own unicorn if she finds one. What?
Isn't it like a pillow that says that? Or something?
Well, let's see here. A girl named Madeline, with a vivid imagination and remarkable awareness of how bureaucracy can dash dreams, got her wish when she asked Los Angeles Animal Control authorities for a license to own a unicorn if she's able to find one. The first of its kind permit came with strings attached, however. The mythical creature must be provided ample exposure to sunlight, moonbeams, and rainbows, have its horn polished at least once a month with a soft cloth. Director Marcia Mayeda of the County Department of Animal Care and Control sent the girl a heart-shaped rose-colored metal tag with the permanent unicorn license emblazoned on it, along with a white fuzzy unicorn doll with pink ears, purple hooves, and a silver horn. The department's response came after the girl wrote in a brief letter last month, quote, "Dear LA County, I would like your approval if I can have a unicorn in my backyard if I can find one," end quote. Mayeda commended the girl for her, quote, "sense of responsible pet ownership to seek permission in advance," end quote, and for thoughtfully considering the requirements for providing a loving home to animals. And there's just a few more tidbits in that article, but I'll let you guys go to it in the underbar of the description for further reading yourself. But no,
she is licensed.
She is licensed by the city of Los Angeles in California to own a unicorn if she ever finds one.
Yeah, I want to link to that article just so I can see what people think of it.
Okay, let me post this here in Mic List for you.
Yeah,
so
that's gonna be that's funny.
That's awesome. Straight out, down here in my stomping ground.
Yeah, that's pretty cool actually.
There still is love in the world, today. So
seldom.
Yep. Anyway, our last but not least, certainly not least article here. Oops! Village employees got paid twice in official quits. Ha! Hey, money, payday times 2, bro. Says here, the village manager in a northern Michigan community has resigned after an investigation of $32,000 in mistaken payroll payments to public workers. The error in Elk Rapids occurred in October of 2021, but the public was in the dark for nearly a year until a resident began asking questions, the Traverse City Eagle reported. The newspaper said $15,000 still has yet to be repaid. Nearly 40 people got extra pay because the village mistakenly debited bank accounts twice, according to investigation. The mistake was not immediately reported to the village council or the public, and was not quickly fixed, according to attorney Scott Howard's report. So, and of course, for further reading, please go to the underbar of the description. Give these websites the foot traffic. So, but nice, they got paid twice. Like.
But they have repaid.
That's something I'd like to happen to me,
Official quits. Oh,
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, well, he made a whoops and then, didn't do anything to fix it, and then he's just like, screw it, I quit. Let somebody else deal with the problem. So, but yeah.
He's probably got his ear chewed out about that.
I hope he did.
Maybe it was before. I don't know. I mean, that's why he quit.
Yeah. Well, anyone who makes that kind of mistake and doesn't do anything about it doesn't deserve a job. So.
Yeah.
But anyway, that shall conclude the show. Once again, you can check the underbar of the description for any links you may be interested in, including but not limited to all things OMNI Coalition. For your dose of different, odd, and otherwise unknown news, we stream Monday through Friday at 2 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 3 p.m. Mountain, 4 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. Eastern, and I don't know what time it is in Germany. Like what? Midnight?
11 p.m.
11 p.m. So we're still on the same day. Awesome. Anyway, for all of you and all of us, I am A.O. Xander.
I'm Noah.
And I'm Protoblob.
And you, of course, are you. And until you catch us tomorrow, or if you're interested in history, we have a history show every day at 10 in the morning Pacific Time. Anyway, until then, don't forget to look right and left at every intersection, rate 5 thumbs, and subscribe.